Yo, what's up, guys? What's up, YouTube? Simply Andrew95 here. I'm here to do another video for you guys. Guys, it's not an opening video, unfortunately. No, I know, guys. But anyways, guys, I just wanted to do a video on... This is going to be a series of videos that a friend of mine told me he thinks I should probably do to help my channel. But anyways, guys, this is a I'm gonna put this into like at least like a 5-part series of the sets that came out in a Sword and Shield trading card game era. So what I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm gonna discuss the first 4 sets, first 3 sets. I think it's gonna be 3 just for today. But like I said, it's to me, guys, I thought it was a pretty good idea to discuss these sets in order. But anyways, guys, here to discuss today what I thought, what my opinion was about Sword and Shield base, Rebel Clash, and I think Vivid Voltage. I might be wrong about Vivid Voltage being the 3rd set. I may have to, may have to look back. But anyways, guys, my opinion on Sword and Shield base, what was wrong and what was right. I'll start what was wrong, guys. Like I said, guys, this was the generation of trading cards that got me back into Pokemon. A buddy of mine, shout out to Chris Thrash, a good buddy of mine. He was the actual one that got me back into Pokemon, but Sword and Shield was the generation that got me back into Pokemon. But anyways, guys, Sword and Shield base, what went wrong with this set? Basically, guys, there wasn't really a lot of chase cards, in my honest opinion, in Sword and Shield base. I mean, I think if you had to think about it, when it first came out, the top chase cards were the Marnie Full Art Trainer, the Gold Zamazenta, Gold Zacian, probably the Rainbow Snorlax, I think were the top 4. I believe a lot of people were trying to go after. But, I mean, like, other than, like, really all of that, I didn't really see a lot of... chase cards. I can... Actually, guys, I can get you a booklet for the Sword and Shield base. And guys, I think starting from these cards, guys, yes, Celebi was a good chase. Celebi was one of my favorites. But they put Scorbunny, the starter Pokemon that you start out with when you enter the Galar region. But I mean, they didn't really give Scorbunny like a V or something like that. I mean, they didn't even give Cinderace the final evolution a V. Not until Rebel Clash, which I'm about to discuss, which is the 2nd set. But I mean, honestly, guys, I think what went really wrong with Sword and Shield base, I think, was just, this was a new generation, and, it was a new type of style of card, with the V and VMAX. But, I mean, I just think, there wasn't really a lot of to, the cards. I really think, if you're going to start a new generation, in which what I hope they really do with Scarlet and Violet, is they give you enough chase cards to start out the newest generation. Like, I remember base set, the very first base set of Pokemon. There's a lot of chase cards. The Charizard, Blastoise, Venusaur, Zapdos. A lot of those holos were the chase cards. Not the V or VMAX or EX, GX, and stuff like that. But like I said, what I think what really, in my opinion, what went really wrong with Sword and Shield was it was just, you know, they could have chosen better Pokemon to give a V or a VMAX. I mean, look, Snorlax is not a bad Pokemon. So to all the Snorlax lovers, I'm not smashing just Snorlax. I mean, I'm smashing Lapras. I think in this booklet, they gave Torkoal a V, Victini a V. They gave Keldeo a V, Tapu Koko. They even gave Wobbuffet a V. I mean, it was Pokemon, I think. And guys, as I go, throughout the generation, I'll tell you what Pokemon should have been included. But anyways, guys, let's go from downside to the upside. Upside, guys, it was just the beginning of the generation. I thought there were some Pokemon that I think that I liked them giving Vs to. I think Celebi was one of them. Another one, besides me slamming it, I thought Lapras and Snorlax. I thought Snorlax getting a V was really awesome. If people remember in Sword and Shield, the video games, Snorlax was one of those popular Pokemon in both games. So that getting a V, of course, introducing the legendary Pokemon Zamazenta and Zacian getting a V. I thought that was an awesome way to introduce Zamazenta and Zacian. Of course, guys, going into the I think the Zamazenta and Zacian gold cards were awesome. Introducing, I don't remember them being gold cards, so the introduction to gold cards was pretty awesome. But now getting out of Sword and Shield base, going into Rebel Clash. Rebel Clash, the bad thing I could probably pinpoint on Rebel Clash was, in my opinion, look, guys, I can't say much about Rebel Clash because I was still collecting Yu-Gi-Oh! At the time. I think I got into Pokemon about, battle styles, so. But, as I saw, Rebel Clash, there wasn't really a chase card, in Rebel Clash. As far as Sword and Shield base, you had, like I said, the full art Marnie, the 2 gold Zamazenta Zacian cards, the Snorlax, the Rainbow Snorlax. But, I think as far as Rebel Clash, there wasn't really, hey, I'm going after this. I'm going after that. Yes, it had some awesome cards. It had some, it had some nice cards. I mean, it had the Ninetales. It had the Ninetales cards, which I think is pretty awesome. But I don't think people going into that set was saying, I'm going into it for Ninetales. I mean, if I remember, Rebel Clash had the boss's orders. They finally introduced Cinderace, Rillaboom, and Inteleon. The three final evolved forms of the starters. And I think, in my honest opinion, they could have done that in Sword and Shield base. I mean, I think they could have waited to put Zamazenta and Zacian into Rebel Clash. And that would have probably made it a little better. But, look, don't get me wrong. The full art Sonya is a beautiful card. I loved Sonya in the video games. Sonya was a supporter in the games. But, they could have introduced... they could have at least given, in Sword and Shield base, like I said, Scorbunny, Grookey, and Sobble a V. I mean, they could have done that. Instead, they waited to give Inteleon, Rillaboom, and Cinderace a V in Rebel Clash. Now, like I said, guys, I'm not trying to slam Pokemon by any means. I mean, they're going to make their money. They're going to make their money. I mean, that's how. I mean, they're going to come up with the ideas, and we're going to buy their product. But I think, really just the biggest thing that I really just, it really, Rebel Clash kind of like said, I'm straying away from this, was it wasn't really a chase card, at least for me. I mean, yes, everybody was after the boss's orders, and I think there was like a couple other cards that I can't really think of in that set, but I mean, but I think the good thing, going into the good thing now about Rebel Clash was, they finally introduced the starters. And, I felt like, as far, like I said, as in going back to base set, the first ever base set, the first ever base set, right then and there introduced Bulbasaur, Squirtle, Charmander. And I think what Sword and Shield did bad about that was they didn't introduce Scorbunny, Sobble, and Grookey. And I like I said, I hadn't collected Pokemon in years, and like not knowing what a Cinderace was, I mean, a lot of people would be slamming me right now, but like I said, I think the good thing was they introduced, they introduced the starters in Rebel Clash. Now, as far as like I said, there were a few good cards in the set. I mean, Ninetales was one of them. I love Ninetales. Ninetales was one of my favorite Kanto Pokemon. I do love Inteleon and Cinderace. I didn't play a lot with Grookey. But, I think when I get Sword and Shield, the video games, I'll probably play a little bit as Grookey. But like I said, as far as Rebel Clash goes, I just think they kind of let it down as far as there wasn't like a chase card. Like, I'm not saying put a Charizard in the set, guys. But what I'm trying to say is, like, put, like, I mean, of course, alternate arts weren't a thing in Sword and Shield, not until Battle Styles. But like I said, they could have put, like, say, a Rainbow Rare Gyarados or something. Gyarados is a well-known Pokemon, which deserves more respect, in my honest opinion. But anyways, guys, now going into the third set, and I'll end it here. Guys, Vivid Voltage. Vivid Voltage was a very awesome set for me. Of course, guys, the only thing that I could probably slam Vivid Voltage on is the fact that they only centered it around one Pokemon, and that was Pikachu. And honestly, guys, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say anything bad about Pikachu, but I feel like if you're going to center a set around one Pokemon, then you're not really giving other Pokemon like a chance to really, get noticed. I mean, Pikachu was the only card in the set that people wanted. The Rainbow Pikachu, the Full Art Pikachu, the VMAX, the V. But I think the only that's the only thing I could really say about them, about Vivid Voltage being a bad set, was they, in my opinion, they really centered it around one set. I mean, because every time I hear somebody on YouTube open Vivid Voltage, oh, Rainbow Pikachu. I don't think they mention the other V or VMAX cards that are in the set. And that's why, guys, I think that's where Vivid Voltage really missed its point, was the fact that they really didn't make all the other V and VMAX cards that were included in Vivid Voltage really noticeable, because they put it really morally squirrely around Pikachu. And like I said, don't get me wrong, I love Pikachu. I mean, Pikachu is the mascot, is by far the mascot. But, I mean, it's Sword and Shield. I mean, it's not Kanto. But like I said, you know, Vivid Voltage, now going into the good part about Vivid Voltage, you know, I loved the Amazing Rares. I thought the Amazing Rares were awesome. Kind of, and what I'm probably going to talk about in the next 3 sets. I love the Amazing Rares. I thought the Amazing Rares were beautiful. I thought they were an awesome type of way to include into the card. I mean, that was like, I think, in my honest opinion, the early version of the Radiance, of course, that we have now. But I honestly think, though, guys, they could have probably done a lot more with the Amazing Rares. And then, of course, like, you know, slamming Pikachu now to praising Pikachu. Putting Pikachu in this set was pretty awesome. You know, I love the fact that they made it into a rainbow. The Rainbow Rare Pikachu is such a beautiful card. I finally got one. I had to buy it, but like I said, I think Vivid Voltage did some good things. You know, they included the Amazing Rares. You know, I have every Amazing Rare right now in Sword and Shield. But like I said, you know, let me know in the comments below, you know, of what I said about these first 3 sets. You know, let me know what I could have said better. Let me know what I could have. Let me know if you agree on some stuff. Well, like I said, guys, that is the ending of today's video. Guys, if you guys did enjoy the video, guys, please make sure to smash the like button. If you guys do enjoy this type of content, besides me opening cards, you know, hit that subscribe button. Like I said, I do plan on doing this until I hit Crown Zenith. Of course, Crown Zenith is like the last set overall for Sword and Shield. You know, way to end it on a subset, but I think that's how they did Sun and Moon. I think Hidden Fates, they ended it on Hidden Fates. But anyways, guys, like I said, if you guys do enjoy this, guys, let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you guys think of Sword and Shield base, Rebel Clash, and Vivid Voltage. Now, guys, I could have probably, I think Darkness Ablaze could have been the 3rd set, but I'm not sure, guys. I would have to look back. But anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.